Guess what, motherfucker?
We're back. It's highly inappropriate, motherfuckers. We're back. And all I got to say about this quarantine is fuck this shit. Let's go.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
Right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pay.
Welcome back, motherfuckers. I'm sorry it took a month. I've got a lot of fucking stories about that, by where we've been, what the hell's been going on. But we are Dunk Man list today, but we do have some special guests. First and foremost, Juice. What's up, brother? From
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me back on Highly Inappropriate. This is one of the best, I think, Zoom conference calls I've been a part of. Been doing them a lot lately for work. So thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited to see what we get into with some of these fools you guys have on the podcast today.
You know, it's funny is, I work with a pretty rambunctious, and I'm pretty sure if anybody just read our Slack feed at work, we would all be fired for sure. I mean, just fucking dirty jokes left and right. I flirt with all the new girls, of course. I mean, I just got to, let them know I'm the office pervert. Speaking of perverts, our second special guest today, Rob Hart. Say hi, Big Red.
Hi.
Now, Rob, you've been like you did a little talking on when we did our live show at Derby Days this year. Yeah. This has been your first kind of full sit-in, huh? Which you're not sitting at all, by the way. You're fucking cooking dinner, putting peanut butter on your nutsack. What's going on right now?
Getting the peanut butter out. Rhaegar's already sitting right there, ready to lick it off my fucking balls. So
I know.
Very well
the time.
And right now. And right now, Chandler's laying next to Beaver, so you know what's going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Rob's bringing the peanut butter later on.
So real quick, one thing I wanted to ask you, Matt. You just said you're hitting on the new office chicks. Do you think the same thing I do, that a chick that's in real life, she might be like a 3 or a 4, she's like a 7 or 8 in the office?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I work for a small business, and it's just natural for me. I'm a very flirtatious person. Like most of the time, it's harmless. I mean, because honestly, if it's not harmless, I'll be the first person to tell you. But it's just so anytime we get a 6 or 7, I mean, there are 10 in that office for sure.
So how's it going being quarantined and stuck at home? How has the Tinder game, the Snapchat, all that stuff, has it fallen off or has it increased?
Oh, fallen off completely. Have not even sniffed pussy in 2 months. The closest I got to sniffing pussy was sitting next to Rob Hart on a trip to Wooden Bear last week.
Terrible.
And that hottie that gave us our beers.
Yeah, hey, we had a cougar, probably not quite cougar, pre-cougar, late 30s, handed us our beer last week. And Juice, we talked pre-show a little about our trip there, but me and Rob went out to Wooden Bear. They're doing curbside growler fills. So I was like, well, that's pretty safe, What? And me, I'm going to get into this as well. I'm not fucking germaphobe over here going fucking crazy. I've been out to eat several times, blah, blah, blah. I went to a bonfire the other day with 5 or 6 people. I mean, I would never make it in prison.
Yeah. Well, I
chance.
I just started telling people, instead of whenever I meet them and talk to them, like, because normally there's a handshake and I ask them to spit in my mouth. I'm just asking them not to spit in my mouth anymore.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the main thing is like, don't touch your fucking face. Like, I mean, I didn't realize how much I touched my face until I started thinking about it. And like, I'm always, you know, touching my face, doing this shit, picking my nose, trying to pull shit out of my teeth, whatever it may be. And I'm like, man, it's a good thing, you know, I'm not dead yet. I mean, or that I don't get this fucking thing. And I've never been really worried about myself getting it, but my mom's 61. She's got COPD. My grandma's fucking 79. She's got COPD and she's 79 years old. So it's like, you know, I don't want to pass it on to other people. Like, and I mean, my daughter, they said kids, it's super rare for kids to even contract it at all. Like,
well, yeah, like kids are like carriers. They're like little
germ magnets. Yeah.
Germ magnets.
I've been sick. I used to never get used to this juice. I used to never get sick. I'm talking, I would go years without even getting a cold. And since I've had a daughter and she's around all the time, everything she gets passed right on to me. The minute she comes to my house, even she had a double ear infection like a month ago, and I did for 2 weeks. It was awful. Like, my one sanity right now is being able to just chill and listen to music, and I couldn't even fucking hear music for 2 weeks. It was awful.
It's because the kids pick up the germs and the viruses, and then it like incubates and makes a stronger germ or virus, and then it fucks you up. That's my assumption anyways.
Like,
so I'm getting ready for it.
I've managed to go 30 years without getting a single STD, and I cannot get close to a toddler and not fucking start coughing 3 days later.
Like Quagmire, he's got a immune system built up because he's gotten literally everything. So it's like, that's just gonna go. Like, I won't get anything now.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, and I thought I had a stellar immune system because I was like, I guarantee I've, you know, passed a couple things through me that weren't healthy. I just never showed any symptoms. But speaking of STDs, Beaver, thanks for joining us today, buddy. What's up?
Hey, what's up? I was actually supposed to be in Florida right now, but
we're going to discuss that as well. It's very depressing. Like, you know, guys, I seem like I'm in a great mood right now, and I am. I've kept pretty even kill, but to be completely bluntly honest with you guys, I am a toe stub away from burning my fucking house down. That's no exaggeration.
I'll step on a Lego.
Mike, what's up, buddy?
What up, fuckers?
I like you're keeping safe. So you got the mask on over there.
I'm over here quarantining myself from the rest of my family while I'm doing yard work. So
hey, now did I send you guys that video the other day of that chick sucking dick through the fucking N95 mask?
No, but I'd like to see that.
She had a hole cut. I sent to a bunch of my friends. She had a hole cut in her mouth and she was sucking dick through the mask. I laughed so fucking hard when I got it.
I don't think that's what they're made for, but
I was like, man, I got to get me one of them, Matt. Not, I mean, of course, not to do the sucking, but you know, to get sucked off.
I mean, that's my mask, Matt.
Yeah, that's your mask, Rob. Oh shit. Hold on, my brother just texted me. So Greg's gonna join us here in about 15 minutes. We're gonna talk a little sports.
How many people can we have
on? Do what?
How many people can we have at one time?
You can have as many. I mean, like since I upgraded. So let's kind of explain what's been going on. I apologize to our listeners. We haven't had a fucking show in a month, and the reason
I've been missing you guys.
I miss you guys.
Oh God, yeah, I miss just some little bit of normalcy, and which is crazy because I'm a very busy person. Like 7 days a week I'm doing something, and like I think all the time it's like, man, I just need a fucking like vacation. I need a day or two off, and now I will never say that again in my life. I'm like, I will work 40 hours a week and DJ a wedding every single fucking night of the week, and I'm never gonna bitch about it again. Like I've been so burnt out on DJing, and I miss it so fucking much. And I can't even tell you, I've probably lost close to $5 or $6 grand already in canceled DJ gigs at this point. It's absurd. I've got people canceling that have weddings in October already. They're just being precautionary.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll give you a month. You're back to hating it again.
I just had my 11th wedding cancel. It's devastating. It sucks. So I got I text Chris the other day. He's been going through some stuff, because we had planned on doing a show last week. So let me kind of explain what's going on. You used to be able to do live shows on Google Hangouts. So I was like, cool. I'm thinking through this whole thing. I'm like, we're going to be fine. We can go live on Hangouts. So I start fucking around with Hangouts. I download the app and I start, I'm like trying to go live one day. And I'm like, where's, why can't I go live? What's going on? So I'm researching, looking at blog posts, looking at forums, looking at videos on YouTube. Come to find out, Hangouts no longer lets you go live on YouTube, which makes no fucking sense. Google owns YouTube, but you can't go live anymore on their platform. So I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I started doing research and I noticed, okay, cool, Zoom, you can go live on Zoom. So I downloaded the Zoom app. I started fucking around with that, and I probably spent 5-6 hours just reading forums and looking at YouTube. I was like, how the fuck do I go live? Like, everybody's like, all you gotta do is just push this button down here at the bottom. And I apologize to our listeners, you can't see the bottom. You might be able to see, yeah, you can see a bottom. Rob's on the show, but
Damn.
Yeah.
Put this booty up.
No, but you can't see the bottom of the screen here. So like I'm like, where the fuck is this button at? So I'm going crazy. So of course I was like, I'll take a chance, even though Zoom is like this platform that's exploded over the last couple months because of this whole crisis. I was like, I'll take a chance. I'm gonna write their technical support team, and they say you'll get an answer back in 48 days. So 48 hours, excuse me. So after 48 hours, I finally get a reply back from these motherfuckers, and they basically reply back just to tell me that there's gonna be a representative contacting me soon. And I'm like, oh great. So I was like, this is wonderful. So I waited a week for that to happen. Never got an email. So I was like, I noticed that our buddies from Newcastle, the Liberty guy, Habasaga Liberty, they went live using Zoom. So I messaged Jeremiah and I was like, so what, how the fuck do you do this? So I found out you had to upgrade, of course. So I got the upgraded version of Zoom, which means we can have 40,000 fucking people on here at once. But we can go live. So I had the option to go live. So last Saturday, me and Rob did a test run. And of course, we didn't do a fucking show because Dunkman's on his period. And I hit him up. I hit Dunkman up and I texted him. I said, what's going on? And his only response to me was, I got to get away from my fucking family, dude. Oh. I was like, I feel you, man. Like, I am going absolutely. In the last 2 days, I've considered getting an Airbnb with a hot tub. And like, I looked at like a 5-bedroom mansion the other day in Zionsville. It was like $200 for the whole weekend. Like, everything right now is discounted. Like, if you have the balls to travel right now, you can go to Bangladesh for $36. I mean,
off of those flights.
Yeah, fucking insane. So let's go kind of round robin here. If you could describe, Juice, if you could describe your quarantine, how would you? And 2, what the fuck have you been doing for the last 40 days?
To be honest with you, man, the quarantine hasn't been that bad because I work in healthcare. So like, I'm going to work every day. I'm considered one of the essential workers, I guess. So really,
you're actually working at work, not at home.
Yeah. It doesn't change my Monday through Friday. Now my Saturday and Sundays are pretty rough, and Friday nights, just because, I'm used to being able to go out, we did podcasts usually on the weekends. A lot of guys are we're trying to figure out how to do it from separate places over Zoom, like what you guys are doing. But I've just been watching a lot of fucking movies, learning new stuff about podcasting, and hanging out with the wife, man. We're almost, I think, a little over 30 days or something like that from the day that she's due, my baby. So we'll see, man. I think this is kind of preparing me for what my life's going to be like when I have a kid, because I'm not going to be leaving the house a whole lot.
I can tell you, I've been through that. It's not even close to as bad. Literally, describing my lifestyle, this is literally the worst thing ever for me. Like, I feel like I'm in prison.
Right.
So like, what have you been doing to pass the time other than jerk off?
I said, lots of movies. I mean, beating it does take up a significant amount of time.
5 minutes.
My dick looks like.
I mean, if you multiply 5 minutes by like 17 times a day, that's a lot of minutes. So
My dick looks like alligator skin right now. Like I jerk off just to pass the time at this point. It's not even because I'm horny. I just start smacking the fucking thing around because I'm bored, you know?
It's not even fun
Born
anymore.
random chats.
but Juice in the Morning's still been going strong. We've been putting out a lot of episodes, been talking to a lot of people. You know, just and what's kind of crazy, like I've done a lot of yard work. The whole like shelter in place is just kind of bullshit. I'm not trying to get political about anything. But like I went to Lowe's today and there was like 200 people there. So it's like,
Jesus.
I mean, what are we doing? Are we being serious about this or are we not? Like, I understand that I'm part of the problem too, because I'm going out, but like, but also at the same time, I'm not hiding behind the fact that I think that we should stay away from each other. And I'm thinking about it as I'm not shaking anybody's hands. Like I said, I'm not greeting people by letting them spit in my mouth anymore.
Does your wife still spit in your mouth like during sex?
Oh yeah, we do that. That's a regular.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's perfect.
She likes to slap me around a little bit too, just to make me feel a little emasculated. But no, I'm like I said, I just think it's interesting because really nobody is taking this serious. And then, hey, give us a $1,200 stimulus check and tell us to stay home. People are going to go out and buy shit. People are going to go to Walmart. You're going to be having people.
Yeah, Walmart has a display of like 500 TVs set out right now. It's like Black Friday all over again. They know what the
So but like I said, it's not been that bad, to be honest. I started watching all the Marvel movies from the first one to we're at Infinity War right now, so we're getting ready to kind of finish that round up, and hopefully with everything going on right now, we're going to start getting back to normal soon.
You should step up your game and add the TV shows to the MCU.
I don't know if I could do that, man. It's too deep of a dive.
Well, Juice, it's funny because you're from Hancock County, correct?
Yes.
And they got like an F as far as their rating on social distancing. So apparently, like I forget what channel did it, but I was laughing my ass off, and it's true. I've went to Greenfield twice to fill some prescription drugs. I stocked up on the illegal drugs before this all went down.
But
I went and filled a prescription, and Greenfield looks like business as usual right now.
Of course
it's fucking
it does.
Insane.
No, and that's what's funny is like another thing that I did over this break is I bought a handgun from Highsmith Guns, which is also in Greenfield, and he said his business went up like quite a bit right when this all started. It's like everybody wants to go buy a fucking gun.
Not a single mass shooting either.
All right. It's wild, isn't it?
Surprise. I told everybody, I said, suicide rates are about to fucking skyrocket. Domestic abuse allegations and charges are about to skyrocket.
Drug and alcohol addictions are going to
I'm going to need years of counseling after this.
Just for the lack of pussy alone, you're going to need the counseling.
I mean, it's fucking awful. Like, I literally, I'm telling you, like, and I enjoy reading, but like, I've read, but I'm reading easily a book every 4 days at this point. Like, literally when it's cold out, that's all I can fucking do. I've watched everything on Netflix at this point. Like,
you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Literally. Like, I'm this close to watching Tiger King again. Like, I mean, it's just.
That's pretty bad.
Like unbelievable, man. Like just scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like I said, I've never in my life like even turned down the thought of jerking off. And like there's been a couple times where I'm just like, you know what? I don't even think the old buddy can take it right now. Like I need to give him a break. But there's not much else to do. I've got 3 options. I can watch Netflix, I can read a book, or I can jerk off.
I know you mentioned the Tiger King. How hard do you think that guy's dick is in prison, knowing that Donald Trump is talking about him in front of the entire world? Like,
I mean, how amazing is it? I mean, nobody could predict it. I mean, honestly, would that documentary would it have blown up a little bit pre-quarantine? Of course, it would have been decently huge, but like it literally happened at the perfect time. So you have this guy, to everybody that knows him, is a complete asshole, but he's America's sweetheart because that's what we love, you know. We love outlandish fucking bullshit, you know, like people like the Trailer Park Boys, you know, like granted that's fake, but you get it, you know. We love outlandish fucking shit. It excites us. That's why shows like Moonshiners are popular, you know, like and what's Duck Dynasty, you know, another one. But we like outlandish shit. So this documentary gets released during a quarantine. And let me, you know, remind you, we've never in the history of this country has people that aren't sick been quarantined, have been stuck in their house like this. Never has this happened. So this documentary releases right as quarantines happen. So the entire fucking world has watched this documentary. Here's a guy who all he wanted to do in his life is be famous.
Right.
He went to prison and he's literally the most famous fucking person on the planet right now. Literally. How unbelievable is that?
I
think it's amazing.
I can't wait for Halloween this year. All the people dressing up as him and Carol.
Oh God, it's gonna be incredible.
But no, and then the other thing that I wanted to ask you about is how weird has it been to see all the people on social media going live, like people that should not be going live? Like we do a podcast, so like pretty much any chick that sells any kind of pyramid marketing scheme. Yeah,
everyone.
I've watched 75 It Works videos in the last month. I'm not very proud of that.
I wanted to ask the whole group here though, like, what's kind of the weirdest thing you think you've seen on social media that people are doing since the
Rob,
quarantine?
we already know.
Probably the weirdest thing I've seen is probably 30 or 40 girls I know starting up premiums.
Oh my God.
Because they're all fucking desperate for money and they're like, let me sell my fucking
This is no joke.
Online.
I'm not even afraid to admit it. I've probably spent $200 on OnlyFans in the last month because I have all this money. I've got nothing to spend it on. And every fucking chick I know is selling nudes right now. It's like, why not?
But Matt, hey, also Pornhub did that 30 days free for their premium account.
Yeah, Rob, you eating that
Which
shit
is
up.
fucking
Rob.
awesome.
Hey,
I
eat that shit up.
I was scared to sign up for that.
Stimulus check went to support small businesses like OnlyFans.
Yeah. So they say you should definitely give back if you have the ability. That's what I love. Is honestly like me and Juice, we talked about before the show. Like my paycheck took a significant hit, less than half of what I was making beforehand, and my DJ gigs completely cut off. But I still got a stimulus check, even though I've made quite a bit of money this year already. I still got a stimulus check. It's like, what am I going to spend this on? I'm going to contribute to small businesses. All these girls that I know that are flashing their titties on the internet, I'm going to throw $10.
Yeah, so I'll accept that lifetime.
Do you think also at this point you might be having some of the best talent on OnlyFans because these hot chicks that like used to work at like restaurants and are like too good for it now are like, well, I need to make some fucking money, so I'm gonna get on there. So is there better talent on there now?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, girls that I've tried to see naked for 10 years are now for $5. I can see their whole, not only am I seeing them naked, but they're finger fucking themselves and shoving things in their ass and putting random foods on their titties. Like, it's fucking unbelievable.
I saw one girl go to the grocery store. She stuck a cucumber up her pussy in the restroom and then put the cucumber back in the selection.
Oh my God.
Hold up. Who is this? Is this somebody we know? Do I need another subscription here, Rob? Who is this?
Sounds like Hancock
Some
County.
girl that lives in like Florida.
Well, you know what's funny too is, okay, so Lindsay Doll, who we've had on our show, I've kind of, this is going to sound hilarious, and I've told this on the podcast before, I've kind of become her porn mentor because I feel like I've watched enough porn that I know what a guy likes, you know, like I kind of know what's in and
you're
what's hot right now, blah, blah, blah. So I've helped her out. Like, and me and Lindsay literally have been friends since we were young, like 12, 13 years old. Like, just been super best friends. So it's not even like sexual between us. It's never really been that. So like she'll hit me up and be like, hey Matt, can you come film me like fucking myself with this thing? I'm like, yeah, what the hell, anything to help a friend, But I give her ideas and stuff. She'll hit me up and be like, she's like, hey, like, do you have any ideas you want to, throw at me? I was like, well, I see you need to go. This is really Hysteria. This is probably a week or two before Hysteria. I was like, before everything closes, you need to go to Walmart, buy some gloves, some rubber gloves, get you a mask, and just finger fuck the shit out of you with some gloves on. I mean, people are going to eat that shit up. I said, but do a little teaser video, do like a 10-second teaser video and say, to see the full thing, pay $30. She made like a couple grand off that video.
You're a consultant, dude.
And guess what? She's starting to pay too. So here, I never thought I'd be a porn producer, but I'm an entrepreneur, motherfucker. So let's go.
Go work for Pornhub, Matt.
I'm just saying,
I could probably. My brain's fucked up enough that I can make a lot of money. Yeah, my brother's having issues right now, so no big deal. We're gonna keep rolling
technical
strong.
Difficulties,
but. I would have to say the most fucked up thing I've seen, other than half the girls I know join OnlyFans, is so me and Rob the other day got invited to, and this is the story that we were talking about, Mike, that I said I would tell on the show. Yeah. So me and Rob got invited to a group chat. It was kind of like a group online party of all the Pacers family. I mean, we've got there's probably 30 or 40 of us that have just been in the sections over the last 8 years. And, we're like one big family. We get together even when the games aren't going on, drinks. We're like, let's have like one big party. Let's just bullshit, see how everything's going on, just drink and have a good time. So we got a massive conference call going on. Next thing I know, and granted, I'm drunk as shit because I bought a growler full of Hoppy Bear beer from Wood Bear there in Greenfield. And so I'm like halfway through my growler. I'm high as shit, so I'm just really feeling it. Okay. And next thing I know is I noticed that like somebody takes over the screen and they're like scrolling through Pornhub. So I was like, okay. I was like, this guy's obviously fucking with us right now. So I'm like, cool. Next thing you know, it flashes over and this dude is jerking off in a chair, yelling the N-word. And he's yelling the N-word, jerking off in a chair, and somebody's like drawing swastikas on the fucking screen. So, and we've got 3 or 4 black people in our group. I was like, this is gonna go over well. So I'm laughing my ass off, because just anything crazy happens. Like, that's me. Like, I'm the type of guy that laughs at funerals because that's how I deal with shit. Is I laugh, like I just cracking the fuck up. Go ahead, Rob.
Me and you are texting like,
I was like, Rob, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So
how many people are in this group?
Probably about 20.
There was probably good 25 people on that call at that point. Yeah, there was a ton, and like at least 3 black people. And you got this fat dude sitting in a chair jerking off, yelling the N-word, and somebody's writing swastikas on the fucking screen. I was like, oh my God. So apparently what happens, these hackers just go in and type in random numbers till they get in a room and they just take over. They just take over the screen and just start doing their thing. More power to them, because that guy was not, if it was John Stamos jerking off, I'd be somewhat aroused, but it wasn't John Stamos.
No regrets by him, though.
Do what?
No regrets by him, though.
No, he was having.
He was like, "Fuck it, bro."
He was jerking off. And I mentioned this on our feed. I was like, that guy was really getting into it. Anytime you're jerking off in a desk chair and you got your feet up on the desk, you're really into that video.
I have to ask, Rob, did you make your stream name or did Matt tell you to do that?
I made it.
Perfect.
We want everybody to know, Rob, too, if you haven't went back and listened to Rape by Lil Nas X.
Yeah. Go to the episode that's in my name right there.
It was our highest, at one point, it was our highest listened to episode. It recently got surpassed by Artificial Asshole Fund. But Rob, how do you feel about a podcast that is all about you getting butt raped in a concert bathroom? Had like 2,800 downloads.
Come on. We've talked about that before.
There's a lot of people that have heard that.
Incredible
to be a hero.
Yeah. Absolute hero. Absolute hero. Yeah.
So, Matt, I'm gonna hop off of here. I just wanted to say thanks for letting me come on. I appreciate
Hell
it,
yeah,
guys.
brother. We appreciate
It's
it.
been really fun.
Hey, right on, man.
I appreciate
Bye,
the laughs. You guys are great. Have a good
Hey,
one.
man, we appreciate you being on here, man. Thanks for the get up. Hopefully, it made you laugh a little bit. I've needed some laughs because I'm
for sure.
struggling. Like,
But yeah, like I said, appreciate it. You can find Juice in the Morning on all streaming sites, that kind of stuff. You can find the social media at Juice in the AM, and have a good rest of your show, guys.
yeah, brother. Take it
Peace
easy.
out.
Good night, Justin.
All right, Beaver. You're
Yeah,
essential,
call,
correct?
Rob.
I am essential.
Government man.
Has anything changed for you? Has business slowed down at all?
Business actually picked up for us, but I took this whole entire week off because I already had it pre-planned.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So,
Are you going to work Monday?
I don't know. I might. I don't know.
I might.
I could tell you, Beaver, as a guy who's stayed at home for 46 straight days now, it's go to work.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
go to work if I want to. It's just a matter of I already got the 1,200, so I was like, yeah, I basically got paid to stay at home, so I didn't really give a shit.
Oh, you got your little Trump stimulus check, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I did. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh God.
I can't
Did you,
wait.
Mike?
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, I got mine, but I'm still working. I'm not gonna
I
live.
didn't get mine yet.
I cannot wait to make fun of and for all the listeners out there, I'm a staunch libertarian. I don't hate Trump, but I hold him accountable. And I cannot wait till the end of his presidency when he doubles what Obama added to the deficit in 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be fucking unbelievable. He's already, I think at this point, he's already added 4 or 5 trillion to the deficit since he's been elected president. And you're probably going to see close to 10 trillion on top of that after this is all fucking said and done being added to the deficit. I mean, because they're talking about doing $2,000 a month now for 6 months. And it's like, honestly, I'll take the fucking money. If you're passing out free money, I'm going to take it,
Yeah.
but I don't need it. People like me do not need the fucking money. Like,
But
But I
your
mean,
money.
it's
They're
yeah.
giving your money
Obama
back.
didn't have a this in him on his 8 years, you know, an epidemic.
Are you standing up for Trump right now? Is that what this is?
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
There's a
We
Yeah,
don't
it don't
care about
matter.
that
I don't
shit.
care. I don't
I think
care if a
Obama
fucking
would have a
nuke hits
much
us.
higher-
Like, you don't here because here's what happens is all we're doing is printing money right now. So yeah, I'm getting $2,000 in the bank, but after this is all said and done, that $2,000 is going to be worth about 500. I mean,
And then just think everyone that's filed for unemployment is getting $600 on top of
yeah, because right
their
now
$256 a week.
I'm just making salary right now. Like they shut our commissions off because of this bullshit. So I'm just making salary. I would make more money right now on unemployment than I would at work.
Yeah.
So, Matt, I was going to tell you, just to let you know about truck drivers right now, there's usually a 14-hour time limit that they're allowed to work a day normally. Well, they just said, fuck that. And truck drivers are allowed to work a full 24 hours if they really want to. There's no limit.
You know, it's crazy. And they say, well, I mean, not just they say, but I also say, so if there's a disaster in your country and they're lifting regulation, that means that regulation was never needed in the first place. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, like what's stopping us from getting a cure right now? It's the fucking FDA doing clinical tests, bullshit, you know, whatever. Like if I'm on my fucking deathbed, I'm going to let you put whatever you can in my body to get me healthy, you know, like, cause I got nothing to lose at that point. So fuck the FDA, you know, like it's
Put a lot of
so
dildos
fucking
in you.
stupid.
I
This
mean,
shit's crazy. Did you just vape through your mask there, Mike?
I sure did.
By the way, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, whatever it may be, if you're just listening audio version, you should definitely listen to the video version of this because you're going to see Rob rub peanut butter on his nutsack here later. Mike's in full quarantine outfit. I'm sitting in front of Prince, and Beaver is stroking his cat and laying on his bed. He's laying Burt Reynolds style on his bed. Thankfully, he has his clothes on.
So what I heard from the conversation earlier is Beaver's going to spend his stimulus check on cocaine so that he can work longer. And are Rob and Beaver in the same room right now, or do they separate rooms?
no, I'm in the living room. He's in his bedroom.
That's cute.
No.
Yeah, Beaver's gonna develop an addiction to Adderall when this is all said and done.
Yeah, I'd say more Adderall than cocaine.
Yeah, fucking unbelievable. Yeah, definitely.
Adderall lasts longer.
Yeah, Adderall. Yeah, you'll be good to go. You can work for 36
Here it is,
straight
Mike.
hours, Beaver.
Mike, here
Hunting
you go.
shit down. So,
Hey,
Mike,
wow,
what have
look
you,
at this.
Mike? You've still
And
been
there's
at work,
Rhaegar.
correct?
Excuse me?
You've still been required to go to work, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have not been shut down, and I am currently working a full 40-hour a week because I am apparently essential. I don't know what that means anymore.
Well, you make car parts for the American working man, and that's who
I
you
don't
are,
even
and that's who you care about.
Yeah, yep. That's our motto. Stole it right
Yeah.
from a movie.
Yeah, it has been for years.
So last
Even though Adam is down.
this last week was the last week that we're gonna have a full crew, and then next week I'll be babysitting one person. That's
So
it.
you're gonna be a supervisor to one person.
Yep.
Now, are they making you work the line? Or are you still like working,
Nope.
or what?
I'm doing whatever fuck I want to.
So you're gonna be
Which
jerking
is-
off at work. That's what you're saying.
I normally do, yes.
Do you work with any good-looking females?
No, it's a factory.
Well,
you know how I know that people have been there too long is because they point out a female and they're like, "Oh, she's hot," and I'm like, "Dude, you need to get the fuck out."
yeah. Or how about, hey, could you try doing something after work one day?
What's that?
Seriously. Now, Rob, what have you done to pass the time other than have sexual relations with your dogs?
Hey.
I've been watching The Simpsons. So when I got laid off like 2 months ago, because servers and hosts and all the people that work for restaurants were first. I was on like season 15 of 30. Now I'm on season 27 of 30.
Now, have you guys watched? Now, has everybody here seen Tiger King? I know you haven't, Rob.
Basically, just cook my meals, everything like that too. So
If you guys could describe Tiger King, I mean, what's the first thoughts that come to mind?
Balls in face.
Oh, the fucking they
I've
were
never
like
seen
golden nuggets to that boy.
World
I was
best
like,
meal.
oh
seen the
my
show,
God. Can you imagine being his family just sitting there just like, what's going on right now?
I hope
I
you
was
do the
just-
same thing at my funeral.
Half the time I thought I was just too high. Like, this isn't real life. Like, obviously everything that's happening around me is exaggerated because my senses are heightened. I was like, no, this is real fucking life. This dude's literally just chilling out with tigers. I think that was the coolest fucking part. Like, I want some of the badass pictures this motherfucker has where he's just sitting next to a goddamn tiger smoking a cigarette or something. Like,
instead of smoking a cigarette, you'll be smoking a joint.
I want to just go up to a tiger with a cowboy hat on and fucking smoking a joint, just chill out,
Beaver's raising his hand.
Beaver, are you ready? Okay, go ahead, sweetheart.
Well, if you had a chance to be, would you be the alligator king?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to years of training to get around those cocksuckers. I'd be a little
I know
nervous.
you love
at first, but-
alligators.
Yeah, I
That's-
love alligator. I mean, I love tigers, wild animals. It all excites me. I mean, like literally, I've not even joking. I've seriously considered buying a fucking kangaroo. Like, that's no exaggeration. I've considered buying a kangaroo just for shits and giggles. I want some kind of weird animal. Like, I've got 2 wiener dogs. It's kind of took down my masculinity a little bit owning a wiener dog. I got 2 of them.
Yeah,
You
you're
should have
like-
got a German Shepherd, man.
I was like, so I've got to, earn some man points back. I got to go out and get a fucking tiger, kangaroo, a wallaby, something crazy, like maybe a fucking alligator. Screw it. I'll put it in the bathtub. We'll figure this shit out. But
Hey,
I thought
Matt,
about
you
a
remember that
penguin, too. I
website
think-
we found, right?
I mean, what's that?
You remember that website we found where you can buy exotic animals?
Yeah, Rob, I do remember that. I think that's the same day that we stole everything from the breweries too.
No, that was the day we all went to. That was the day raped by not Lil Nas X.
Oh, it's the day you got raped? That's cool.
Yeah, that was Blink-182 concert.
Yeah, I won't forget that. We spent
That
about
was
2
when we
hours
were
on a
in the car
website looking
and,
at
y'all were
exotic
asking
animals you
about
could
a-
buy. And you can literally buy anything you want. I mean, name a fucking animal, you can buy it. It's no exaggeration.
Tigers for $2 grand.
And I've
Zebras
noticed something
weren't
about me.
that
This is
expensive.
this is definitely the libertarian in me coming out, but I've noticed in every documentary I've watched, and I've watched a shit ton in the last 30 days, I can always find the government corruption in it. Like let's start with Tiger King. I mean, just crazy. Like they're trying to take his animals away. Why can the government say I can own a tiger or not? Like if I want to own a fucking tiger, if I want to risk my life owning a goddamn tiger, then let me own a fucking tiger.
Now it's illegal.
Well, I don't think it's widespread illegal now, but I get you. Yeah. Also watched another. What's that? What's that, Beef?
And there's still the dude in Indiana. That owns.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't. There's an exotic farm in Shelbyville. It's got like penguins and alligators and shit.
Then there's the one in Greenfield over by Maxwell.
Yeah,
He
that's
has, like,
right.
Zebras and ostriches.
Now, is there a place that I can just go and like do? Because I did a photo op, $20 photo op at that gator farm that me and you went to, Beaver, in Florida. Where can I do a tiger photo op? I'm willing just to claw that motherfucker. I'm willing to take a part of the face.
You probably pay the zoo enough money and get one at the zoo.
How about the bitch
oh,
that gets her whole goddamn arm bitten off by a tiger and Tiger
The
King, and
lesbian?
she's just like, roll with it. Like, what the hell's going on? There's a lot of meth in the water down there in Oklahoma. Let's be honest.
she's
And
probably
that's funny.
numb.
It's they don't even mention meth. And I was like, there's got to be meth involved here. I was like, how is this ugly fucking mullet, middle-aged, redneck gay dude banging these young, good-looking, I say that loosely, good-looking men in their 20s? What's going on here? I was like, there has to be drugs involved. And lo and behold, the last 2 episodes, they're like, well, he was getting them free meth. So, I mean, that's the truth. Like, I can't believe there's straight dudes out there that will suck the dick for meth, but like, nothing surprises me anymore. Unbelievable. Also, season 3 of Ozark is amazing. If you haven't watched any of Ozark, I binge watched all 3 seasons in like 2 days.
I have not finished the 3rd season, so shut your fucking mouth.
It's incredible.
One
I
episode.
bet it is.
At the end, all I'm going to say is there's got to be a
No,
fourth
don't do
season.
it. Don't
Yeah.
do it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's in it, but I've never seen an episode.
I mean, because there's just so much unresolved conflict, and you're like, you keep thinking, okay, there's got to be an end to this. There's got to be an end to this. And at the end, you're like, oh, shit. Let's go. Yeah, that show just really blew me away. I was like, okay. I didn't expect it because I'm not a big sitcom guy. Like,
Neither
I've never
am I, but
really
it's a
gotten into
jam.
anything like that, but I did get into You, of course, and I started watching Ozark, and like just first episode, I was hooked. I was like, man, I got to watch all fucking 30 episodes in 2 days here.
Now, fuck.
I've got nothing else to do. Jesus Christ, I've already jerked off 3 times a day.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, I've never liked The Simpsons. I was always South Park all the way. Simpsons ain't vulgar enough for
South
me.
Park. When does the new season of South Park come out?
Oh, it's going to be
I'm over it.
incredible. It's going to have Tiger King, Quarantine. It's going to be incredible. Have they ever, Beaver?
I guarantee they're gonna make fun of the stimulus checks.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Beaver, have they ever made fun of pyramid marketing like with It Works and shit? I can't, off the top of my head, I can't
I
think
think
of an
they've done
episode.
an episode something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to do something. Like it's been crazy.
They're gonna get OnlyFans in there.
Oh, they have to. Can you imagine like a bunch of
guarantee
4th
it.
graders at South
Yep.
Park making OnlyFans?
What was that Hooters that they had for a while? It was what was it called?
I mean,
Raisins.
Yeah, raisins.
not to roll back the convo here, but like there's literally 4 chicks I know that work at Twin Peaks. So 4 waitresses I know at Twin Peaks and now have an OnlyFans page. Like
Any of the girls that we met when me and you went, Matt?
I don't know, Rob. I've been stoned a lot since then.
Okay, cool beans, bro.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember who was there
You
that day.
listened to a lot of the Chain lately.
Yeah, well, yeah, Fleetwood Mac a lot. And honestly, it sounds crazy to non-metalheads, but metal settles me down more than anything in this matter because I've been dealing with fucking some severe anxiety. Like I've woken up with chest pains because just fucking freak out. I feel like I'm in a prison, man. Like, and the weather
Oh, yeah.
sucked the last couple days, last week or so. So like, I can't even get out of the fucking house. Like like I've gotten out of the house today. I took my daughter outside, played playing like it makes such a huge difference, but I'm just so fucking stir crazy. Like, so my whole life I've wanted to see Rage Against the Machine live. I was supposed to go see them at the end of March. Canceled, postponed.
Yeah.
So I'd already spent like close to $1,100 on that trip. Spent $600 on my hotel room. Spent another $500 on the plane ticket. Of course, the airlines didn't refund my plane ticket, but I do get a $500 credit if I want to go somewhere else. Which I'll go back to Arizona as soon as they reschedule the concert. Still haven't been refunded from canceling the hotel. Have not seen a fucking dollar of that. Haven't seen a dollar of me canceling my car rental that I got. So that sucks. And after that, Beaver, where are we supposed to be right now at this point?
Somewhere in Florida.
Not just in Florida. Right now, I'm supposed to be DJing a huge brewery festival on a fucking lake or on a river that's literally a few miles from the fucking ocean. So, like, to say that I am depressed is an understatement.
And they just opened the beaches back up.
Yeah, literally supposed to be DJing right now for a couple hundred people, drunk off my ass, trying local beer in Florida. And that night, I was probably going to be puking on the beach. I mean, like, I'm
I
depressed.
still got the growler you got me, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome, B.
How's that work? Are you pretty upset that everybody that paid you up front to DJ wants their money back now? You already
Well, I
spent
mean,
that?
people have only paid me a deposit. So, and I told them, I
Oh, I
said,
got
I'll
you.
honor the deposit. But I said, I've told people that you have to, be up front with me about when you plan to reschedule, because you got to understand that
Right.
I'm booked out a year in advance. Like, and I've kind of cut out. I've slowed down a little bit because I really cut out a bunch of personal time this year. I wanted to travel more this year, so I'm not DJing as much this year. But like, it's just, I've told people, I'm like, you gotta, when you reschedule, you gotta work with me. Well, I've already had 2 people reschedule, not ask me beforehand before they rescheduled, and I've been already booked both of those days. So, in that instance, no, I will not refund your money back. I will only refund a deposit back if it's my fault that I have to cancel. And I've only had to cancel one wedding, and that's because my daughter was being born.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, I've not, the people canceling, no, they won't get their deposit. I mean, deposit's only $100, so it's not that big of a fucking deal. But I mean, like, I secure these dates a year in advance, so you definitely will not get. I had one person try to get their deposit back. They canceled, ended up deciding a month before their wedding that they were gonna do a band instead, and they're like, "Hey, can we get?" They prepaid for like half the wedding. They're like, "Hey, can we get that money back?" And I was like, "Fuck no!" I'm like, "You kidding me?" I'm like, I literally set that day aside for you a year in advance. Like, had people requesting that day, turn them down. So I was like, you know how much money I'm losing by you canceling on me? Like,
Right.
hundreds of dollars.
Even
Yeah.
though they gave you the deposit, it's still not compensating for what you would have made if you would have had that day open.
No, it's not even close. $600 difference.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So, yeah, it's been hell. Like I said, I read Steve-O's book. It was fucking excellent. I know you're a big Steve-O fan, Mike. So if you get a chance, read that. It's over the top
I'm gonna have to
insane.
borrow it from you.
The amount of fucking drugs that guy did, the stupid shit. It's amazing that he's alive.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
said
I
the
saw
same thing
that.
about you, Rob.
Purchased it, but I didn't do it yet. So I'm gonna just borrow yours so I can save me money.
Yeah, that'll work. It might be a
because
little
of the
disdain, but
recession,
whatever.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, so been going crazy. Like, and I'm just a person who likes to get out and do shit, likes to go to breweries, likes to golf. Yes, Beaver.
Beaver's raising his hand.
I was gonna
Yes,
say,
ma'am.
the suckiest part about it is that I finally just got Saturdays off as well as Sundays.
So you
Just-
can finally have somewhat of a social life now.
Yeah, in terms of being able to do like,
Yeah,
Come
we
on, Matt.
both know that you're gonna be spending those fucking nights playing video games with your buddies there.
maybe a little
Okay.
less. Maybe a little less than what I was doing.
Yeah, I think you need to get out once,
1%
maybe once a
less.
week.
He might go out once a month.
I can't. Like, I'm so fucking stir crazy. Like, Like, it's unbelievable. I never thought I would get to this point, but I've literally had, like, granted, am I going to do something stupid? No, I'm not. But have I had some crazy fucking thoughts, like punching going full Kyle and punching holes in my walls just for shits and giggles because I got nothing else to do, you know?
Well,
Thank
hey,
God
Kyle,
I got a
you need to
punching
start your-
bag out in the garage.
You need to start your porn production career, and I can help you out with that. I bet that gets big quick.
Yeah, I should start reaching out. I mean, it's funny because I wanted to branch off that because I've actually had other girls that have known that I've worked with Lindsay have started asking me about what I can do.
Hey, Ella.
Like showing up in the background, Dad, I'm done.
Nah,
with
she's
this."
like, hey, what the hell's going on, Dad?
Yeah.
Did you need something? What do you want?
Dad's got to
She
go.
can't hear us, can she?
No, she can't.
I have
Tell her.
Probably
Tell
good.
her I said hi.
All right. Hey, hold on just a second. I'm going to ask her something. You guys talk amongst yourselves, please.
Oh, I will. We'll talk about peanut butter and trucking.
All right, here it goes, guys.
Easy
Here's the
now.
peanut butter.
Easy now.
Come on,
Easy now.
Rico.
Don't be showing all the goods now. Everybody just listening, Rob, raped by Lil Nas X, just showed his package. And it should be delivered next day shipping. Beaver, you said that you're off work now, but you're supposed to be at work.
Back in action.
Like I'm on vacation technically right now, but I can go to work if I need to.
So why don't you just go to work?
Because I'm a lazy motherfucker.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you can save those vacation days for when shit's fucking popping, dude.
Technically, I don't have like set amount of vacation days. I can take however many I need to. I really want to.
Well, aren't you fantastic?
Beaver, have you ever like nodded off driving the truck?
There's been a few times I've done those little
I'm
numbers.
pretty sure there was one time when we were playing that game all night long.
Circle jerk?
What was that one game?
Hold on.
Yeah. I
Come on,
guarantee,
crap.
because we stayed up all fucking night. You probably got an hour of sleep and then went to work for about 18 hours.
I started doing caffeine pills, so
Hey, but still.
Yeah,
that's still
because
gotta be
of course,
fucking pretty hard.
Of course, with this motherfucker's like diet of mac and cheese, pizza, rolls, and chicken nuggets that like doesn't drink energy drinks. I've seen him drink a Red Bull one time in his life, and like doesn't do energy drinks. So like, what do you do when you need perked up like that? Your idea, like if I need perked up, like that one time that we drove to Virginia, literally I work. This is so horrible to say, but I worked till 11 o'clock one night and I was going to see my girlfriend at the time, but we weren't, I would say, loosely serious. I mean, it wasn't that, you know,
She
it
was
wasn't
loose
that
and you were
serious.
serious?
Yeah. I mean, hadn't been together that long. So I'm going to see my girlfriend. She moved in with her mom in Virginia. So I'm going to drive down there for spring break, my spring break in college, to go hang out with her for a little bit. So before we leave, I actually go see a girl that I work with at the time, just go hang out with her for like an hour to chill with her. I think maybe I had a beer with her. So it's like midnight before I even leave for Virginia. I go pick up Beaver. I go pick up Nick Klaus goes with us. We drive. Do what?
I thought we picked you up from the casino.
No, because we drove my car. Maybe you met me at the casino then. So maybe you were with me when we went over there. But the point is, it's midnight and I start a drive to Virginia. And I remember that night I drank 4 8-ounce Red Bulls. And it's like 7 a.m. by the time we like get into Virginia. I'm driving down a mountain, just like fucking. My body is asleep, but my mind is fucking peak. Like, I'm like,
no one else could fucking drive.
No, I didn't trust him.
Jesus.
Not in the middle of the night. And we were kind of on a short time schedule. Like I had 3 or 4 days to go down there. So I was like, I'm going to try to just squeeze as much time out of it. And the best thing was, the best thing was, it's hilarious because I think I was 20, maybe 21, and she was 18 or 19, but still a virgin. So we had kind of planned on me taking her virginity, like on this trip. That was kind of like our thing. Cause this is a girl I've known for years and years, like was a friend, but we kind of were starting to get a little serious, you know. I mean, serious enough that she wanted me to take her virginity. So I drove down there and I remember like as soon as I got there, she wanted to see me. It was like 8 a.m. I was like, listen, hey, as much as I really want to just finally pound it out, I got to get at least 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I was like, I'm going to be dead. There ain't no way my dick's getting hard.
And as soon as we got to the hotel, you broke the table. It was either you or Nick.
Yeah, because I kind of have a routine. When we get to a hotel, I do a couple flips on the bed, just really check out the sturdiness, you know, make sure that the bed is poundable on. So yeah, I did a front flip and went straight through the table that was in the fucking room. Just flipped all the way off the bed and went straight through the table, which I have to find that video because it's fucking hilarious. So go straight.
You recorded it?
Yeah, record it for sure. We always record it. And I thought about, you know what sucks about, I was going to start doing a travel blog, like a travel vlog, video blog.
Right. Vlog,
online,
yeah.
and this trip to Florida Beaver was going to be my first video. So I had a lot of like stupid shit planned. We were going to have a good time. It's okay. We're still going to have a good time when this is over. I've got $500 in flight miles. We're going to fly. You know, we don't even have to go to California. Let's go to fucking California for 10 days. I don't give a shit.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, anybody can go with me.
Perfect.
Just fucking go.
No gingers allowed, right?
Nope. I prefer if you want to go, Rob, to dye your hair, please.
I already cut it. I already cut my hair.
Trying to get female.
Yeah, I'm trying to get pussy, not repel it.
But I already cut my hair though. So
Rob, how do you cut your hair the same length all over and still somehow fuck it up?
You know.
I actually contributed.
Did you help me?
I did.
Well, no wonder it's fucked up.
Well, Rob, when you said you were giving yourself a buzz cut, I thought it would be like a little longer than my hair. That's significantly long.
It's like a half inch. It's not that.
So it's the size of your flaccid penis.
Yeah, exactly. It's my hard penis.
Hey, Rob, what'd you tell me the other day? You hopped into Snapchat and you said, what'd you call your dick? What'd you tell me it was?
Scared turtle?
Like what, Red Thunder?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he starts talking about his unmanscaped bush.
Yeah.
Rob, you have to shave that shit because, I mean, that's overwhelming. Not only is the red hair on your head overwhelming, but like if a girl takes off your pants and just sees full fire coming at her face, that's got to scare some females.
They try to blow. Oh shit! It's just hair, and they're like,
Yeah, please don't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's getting clipped out and turned into a music video.
You know, it's funny, guys. We've already been going for over an hour. I had an outline typed. I knew we wouldn't touch anything on the outline because I just want to find out what the fuck's going on. But I say, hey, let's cut this motherfucker off. Let's go and head the fuck out. We're doing a nonchalant, crazy, just out of the blue podcast to catch back up with you guys. I appreciate if you're listening on the live feed for joining in. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page. Make sure you like this video, share it on social media. Like us on social media. We're not on Facebook anymore because Mark Zuckerberg's a pussy, but we are on Twitter and we are on Instagram at /highly inappropriate podcast. Also, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. You can also listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, pretty much any major podcasting app. Make sure you do that. You guys have any parting words?
Yeah, I think that it's great to see everybody again, and I can't wait to actually hang out and physically touch you.
All right, let's ask round robin real quick. What's the first thing you're going to do when you can do anything you want? What's the first thing you're going to do? Beaver, go.
Stay home, jerk off, and play video games.
So nothing's going to change for Beaver. Rob.
I'm pretty sure me and you are going to go on a brewery run.
Definitely. Like I miss
Extravaganza.
being around strangers.
We're going to hit up like 10 breweries in one day.
And here's Rob, I mean, a fair warning to my friends. If you guys think that I was outgoing before, it's going to be next level when this shit's over. I might infect the entire population. I'll become a carrier of this shit and just pass it to everybody.
That a girl.
Join like once or twice. I might.
Yeah. just
Beaver will come to the breweries that have liquor in them instead of beer.
I think the first thing I'm going to do, I kind of have a whole day planned out. I'm 100% taking that day off work. I don't care what day of the week it is. Taking that day off work. I'm doing a full restaurant tour. I'm going to my favorite breakfast place, my favorite lunch spot, my favorite dinner spot. I'm definitely in between all those, hitting up breweries. And I'm going to try to squeeze in immediately our vacation.
Squeeze in a what?
Squeeze in a round of golf.
Oh,
yeah.
Cut out. So,
yeah.
Mike Britt.
I'm telling you right now, here's what needs to happen.
Hey, you need to get the fuck out of the house.
Hey, no, listen. Yeah, and I will. But hey, don't be mad because my bank account's big, fucker.
Hey, I feel you.
So here's what I want to do is I want to hit up a sushi place so we can sit down and eat. And then I want to hit up a fucking buffet. Let's hit buffets.
A sushi buffet. Why not a sushi buffet?
Because sushi buffets are like gas stations.
Yeah, so you're eating Kroger sushi at that point.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, but I want to go to a sushi place. So we're going to hit one of those up. And then we need to hit up a fucking crazy ass large buffet. Or maybe we could go get one of those steaks that are really big and you have a steak eating competition.
I'm down for. I just want to make some fucking content.
Like the one at St. Elmo.
Yeah, or what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's fucking
yeah.
vlog all day long.
Or Fogo de Chao.
Yeah, and we can vlog it and we can call it Operation Freedom.
Operation Enduring Freedom.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
All right, motherfuckers, we're gonna parting woods here. Some head pee. Let's go.
That didn't work.
I don't hear it.
No, that's only in Matt's headphones.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right, see you guys later.
See ya.
I guess later, Matthew.
Matt, I can't hear it. Jesus.
Whoa.